Peace, peoples, peace. Salute. Been a minute. Been a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Since Hassan Campbell said his fucking eye fell out his head. Nigga said his eye fell out his head and shit, y'all. Because he was stressed out and shit. That's why I showed that video. That's the only way you can make your eye pop out your head, Hassan Campbell. You was in the room fucking with your eye, Haas. And you made it pop out. The things you would do for YouTube. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm up here to talk to the youth today. The youth, the young men that's out here, that's in these streets. That's running around here toting that hammer. You know what I mean? Running around here causing havoc in the streets. I talked to this OG that came home from prison, know what I'm saying? He put in every bit of like 30, 35 years. I just wanted to pick his brain and hold no punches, man. Let me know what goes on, because most of these niggas come home, they be like, oh, like it was a vacation type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Every story you hear from a nigga, they never give you the other side of the prison story. You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? But especially the youngsters out here, the youth that's out here not having no role models to tell you these things. That's the lifestyle you don't want to end up in prison. You know what I'm saying? These so-called older gentlemen that come home from doing time glorify that shit like it's cool. Or you some type of nerd if you never went to prison. That's not the case. They the nerd for going to prison. You understand what I'm saying? Young kings out there, they the nerds for going to prison. Because all their rules is strict. You're at that point, you're a slave. At that point, you ain't even no motherfucking name. You're a number. You are considered a number. Your name is out the door. The respect you had on the streets is out the door. You in the motherfucking pit of lions. You understand me? They throwing you in the den of lions when you get to that motherfucker. Especially when you're a youngster out here. And y'all going up in that motherfucker, dropping your pants, wearing your pants off your ass and all that shit. It's a whole nother world in that motherfucker. It's motherfuckers that been in that bitch for damn near 50, 60 years plus. That's all they know. Solid motherfuckers. You pull your little shank out that you done carved out and made out of some plastic. You hit one of them motherfuckers, that shit gonna break. That's why you always see a person with a scar on his face. Because they know if you go to jab a motherfucker that's been working out for years and he's solid, that shit gonna break and that's your ass. You hear me? That's your ass. But anyway, I talked to this OG and he gave me the other side of the motherfucking prison stories that the motherfuckers not sharing on YouTube. They telling you, yeah, I was in there with such and ain't nobody violate me. I was known, I was put on. This, that, and the bullshit. The bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? They make it seem like they glorifying that shit. That's not the spot. Trust me. That's not the spot where you want to end up at the end of the day. Shit, love your freedom. Love your peoples. Love your family. Put the Most High up in there. Love the Most High. You understand what I'm saying, young kings out there? Let's think about toting that hammer and going out here committing a crime. And then they got all types of big brothers in the sky now. Big brother in the sky everywhere now. You can't be out here committing crimes. Everybody got cameras. You're going to get caught. It's just a matter of time before they trace all that shit back to where you fucking first came from. Where you was least expecting, you was thinking you wasn't getting recorded. When you was at a 7-Eleven or a Wawa or a fucking corner store, you just ran in to grab something before you was on your mission, but they got you. Same car, everything. They traced back. Towers in the skies. Big brother in the sky, y'all. Young kings out there, I'm here to tell y'all. I'm y'all elders. The young kings out there. I'm y'all elder, all right? Call me Unks. You understand me? When you see me, call me Unk. Say, Unk, what's up, Unk? And now I know you was tuned into this channel. And I'm going to give you game. Because you don't want to end up in prison. Because what the OG was telling me, his first steps coming in, how you been stalked when you first come in that motherfucker. And like I said, when I discussed that conversation with y'all about if I was doing life and whoever had motherfucking child molester or any type of rap like that on their sheet, I was going to get cool with the guards and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So they can put me on. This program is already going on in these institutions, y'all. That they not telling y'all about, young kings. It's a whole nother rules and violations when you get in that motherfucking shit. For real. You're fucking... Most of you motherfuckers that go in there is violated from the rip. Everybody get violated. I don't give a fuck who you is, how many knockouts you got under your belt, how many motherfuckers you done murked in the street. Everybody in the town get tested. You understand what I'm saying? To see who you are. So you go in, OG say you go in, he not knowing. This is his first time in that motherfucking shit. He ain't in there on no murder, selling drugs. He in there on some bullshit. Some DUIs and some bullshit that piled up on him, you know what I'm saying? But end up going upstate. That's all new to him. He go in, he see the phone, he want to call his peoples. So his peoples are know where he at and what the fuck the deal is. He say he see the phones off the hook. They just hanging. The phone's hanging, youngsters. Listen to me. The phones are hanging. So you go in, you want to make a phone call to see, to tell your people, you know what I mean, where you at, this, that, and the third. You know how it is, you know what I mean? For people that might not know where you at. He say go and grab the phone. Motherfucker like, what you doing? He like, I'm making a phone call. I gotta let my peoples know where I'm at. Don't nobody know where I'm at. They said, all right. He make the phone call. He said he get done the phone call and shit. As he in the phone call, he said, as he in the phone call, he ain't even get done the conversation. His wife, he was talking to his wife, letting his wife know what's going on. He dug in, what state he in, and you know, when you dig in, you know what I mean? This all new shit. You want to talk to somebody. Especially if you don't know nobody. As he in the conversation, he said a motherfucker came out of nowhere, ladies and gentlemen. Hit this motherfucker. He said the motherfucker had to come from down south with that joint. He said that's all he remember is getting up off the floor. He look up to the tower. He see the guard up there looking. Guard ain't even say nothing to do nothing. And he like, yo, he said he drunk. He don't know what the fuck going on. So boy tell him, look, that phone, you wasn't supposed to touch it. He said the guard started saying, get off the phone, get off the phone. So the guards was in cahoots with this shit, y'all. They in cahoots with certain inmates, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Your freedom is stripped at that point. Your freedom is gone. Your soul is gone. It's sold to either the guards or a motherfucking inmate in that motherfucker got your soul. This the other side. For all the newcomers that's coming in that don't know the system. You know what I'm saying? That don't know the system. It took this man down there 7, 8 years to figure the system out. It's a long time. To know the ropes. You see what I'm saying? The do's and the don'ts. Young kings that's out there. So anyway, one motherfucker, he said, came in for the child molestation shit. He said they witnessing this shit. You're a witness to a crime now. You understand what I'm saying? At that point. And you better not say shit. Or they might think that you gonna say something, and then you might be next on the motherfucking chopping block. Even though they didn't dismantling like that, he said these motherfuckers, the bull had a mop, the whole mop joint with the ring and all that shit. They said he just heard stuffing. Ah! A grown ass man. And he said when he walked past the cell, the motherfucker that had the mop with the joint ran that motherfucker straight up his ass and broke the motherfucker, y'all. Listen to me, young kings. Because your rap was child molestation, rape, and anything of those natures, that's your ass. And when OG said the motherfucker broke the mop joint in the dude's ass and broke it, that was the crying sound from this grown man in this joint. OG kept it 100. OG said he kept getting his ass whipped. He an old head. He ain't into the bullshit, but you run, shit finds you in the prison systems, y'all. When you in them institutions. Shit finds you. So he was like 0 and 150. Every time he ran against a motherfucker, he said he got mopped. So he said he got so tired of that shit. He said he went inside the motherfucking day room because he was trying to make some rep for himself, unplugged the motherfucking TV, and he said he ain't know what the word mean. I forgot what he said. Run it or some shit like that. Well, anyway, run it means to the top dog that's on that block. Said he took an ass whooping. Said he took an unbelievable ass whooping. He says one motherfucker got his ass whipped so motherfucking bad. Your nose is in the middle of your face. He said that motherfucker was over here and his eye was the fuck over here. I said, damn, they punished that motherfucker. He said, yeah, young G, they punished him. I ain't want no parts of that, but he admitted it. He kept it 100 with me. He said he got his ass whipped few times. You know what I'm saying? But he never got violated. He witnessed and seen people getting violated. And like he said, some of the toughest motherfuckers on the street, he said, that y'all be saying these tough motherfuckers on the street and all that, come to prison. They got whole families on the street, got a wife, kids. Toughest motherfucker is out there getting booty. The toughest motherfuckers, he was telling me. He said, man, you wouldn't believe it, man. Some of the names he run down, and you wouldn't believe this shit. Because you'll say, no, not that motherfucker. Was getting booty. Prone to it. Prone to that. That's all he know. He seen motherfuckers come and go. And come back doing the same shit. Getting booty. From other men, but got a whole family on the outside that don't even know this lifestyle. And a lot of people know this shit, he was telling me. He said a lot of people know. These guys that come home, they don't tell y'all these stories of how they was violated, because everybody was violated. If it was sexually or if it was beat the fuck up. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little intermission right there. But like I was saying, y'all, they don't tell y'all them stories when they got violated or got their ass whipped. They tell y'all it's peaches and cream in that motherfucker. And it really not. That's not the spot. That's not where you want to be at. Somebody telling you when to eat, motherfucker making your food for you, and all that old bullshit. Motherfucker taking your food, you fucked up. Motherfucker come in, like he was saying. He come in, he don't know the rules and regulations. He come in his motherfucking room, he see some grub on his motherfucking mat. Cause you got a little thin mat about that big and shit that you laying on, doing your bed on. So if you got fucking back problems or whatever, arthritis and all that shit, you're on your own. But anyway, come in, he new to this shit. Motherfucker done put something on his motherfucking mat. Some commissary, you know what I'm saying, to see if he take the motherfucking bait. So by that point, he like, nah. He done got ass whipped a couple times in that motherfucker, few times. He said he seen that shit. He knew it was a setup. He said he ain't touched that shit. But the motherfuckers inside the cell, he said, was eating that shit, know what I mean? But it was all a setup. To see if he come in and take the shit off his cell and start eating it because he fucked up. Or if you smoke cigarettes and you want a cigarette bad, and you come back to your cell and you know goddamn well you ain't got no money to get no commissary of cigarettes, and you got a pack of cigarettes on your mat. What you gonna do, youngsters? Some youngsters just gonna take it and smoke it. Right then and there, you in debt. Whoever put that shit on your mat gonna come up in that motherfucking shit and be like, what it is? I see you my property now. You like, what? You my property now, motherfucker. You heard what the fuck I said. With 10 other motherfuckers with him. So youngsters, that's not the place to be. Listen to real OGs that did real time. These little youngsters that's out here that did 5 to 10, 7 to 14, or 7 to 15, and come home with these stories like that's the spot. Don't listen to them. They crash dummies. You see where they ended up at, right? You see where they ended up at, in the crash zoo. And not all my brothers that's locked up and sisters that's locked up are in the zoo. But it is a plantation of Mr. Charlie's. And I don't want to call it a zoo because I don't want to call you brothers and sisters animals. Because y'all not. Y'all human beings. Y'all just committed crimes and mistakes that at the time you wasn't thinking, you was reacting off of emotionals. You was too emotional when a situation occurred. That's what ended you up where you at. But if you would have took time out to stop and think, I ain't no punk, you ain't no punk, you ain't no bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You just thinking of the consequences. Is it worth it of me being away from my family for damn near a third of your life? And especially at the age, and I'm talking to the youngsters, because I don't want to see no youngsters at 18, 19 spending all their youth years when they can be getting either educated or job trades wasted on the plantation, in the prison system. It's a whole new world there. Your best friend that was on the streets with you, y'all was running together with, when you get to prison, that's not your friend anymore. I mean, that's your man. Y'all, that's this you. This my man. Y'all on the street. This is my man. Come to his crib, get him y'all out, partying, but when y'all go to prison, that's not your man's no more. You have no friends. Trust nobody. You hear me? Trust nobody. Go in there, do your time, stay in your lane, and your time will go smooth. But if you in there on some bullshit and get caught up in some bullshit, because this is all new to you, youngsters. Them youngsters that never been locked up, that never been in the system a day in their life. This is all new to you. They gonna separate you. If you doing a crime with your buddies, it's 4 or 5 of y'all doing crimes together, guess what? When y'all get to the motherfucking, the house, the plantation, they separating y'all. You'll never see that person again. Your mans. Y'all ran the streets. Next time y'all probably meet somewhere 20, 10, 15 years down the road, y'all still in the system, and y'all meet in a different prison. Remember, that was your mans. Remember I told you in the beginning? Y'all got locked up to committing the crime together and this, that, and the third? Well, anyway, it been 10, 15 years since you seen him, but y'all met up at another prison. You like, oh, there go my mans. Guess what? That same mans will be the one that stab you in your back. Different rules and regulations, brothers. Young kings that's out there, that these elders that's coming home, they are considered your elders because they older than you, right? That's not giving you the full story of prison stories. They give you half-ass stories. No, give me your story, your experiences, or what you went through from day one, from you leaving the county jail to getting put on that state bus, going to the state penitentiary or the federal penitentiary. Day one, when you stepped off the bus and you handcuffed to the next month and y'all going to the jail to get, as they would say, you know what I mean? So they can situate y'all, process y'all, rather. That's the word I was looking for, process. Get me from all that shit, from everything, no homo, to bend over, cough, all that shit. Give me your story of the time you did, not what you seen of other motherfucker story. Give me your story. You see? But they won't give you their story. They give you a story, but take out shit. But they don't give you the story of what they was involved in as being in prison, on the plantation, the institute, the castle. You see? But my OG was schooling me from day one. Like I just said, off the bus, from out of the court, from the county to state. And he never been in trouble a day in his life. I had some DUIs. I had to go upstate and sing real shit. And don't go on there acting like you down and you down with everything and you know everything. They feed off that. They're gonna chew your ass alive. This motherfuckers just sit back and watch. Sit back and watch. Got nothing but time on your hand at that point. They studied you from the time you came in that motherfucker, from the time you went to your motherfucking cell. They studied you. So young kings that's out here, that's doing all this negativity, the prison is not the spot. Okay? Prison is not the spot. You will lose everything you have, or everything that you can accomplish in life, you will lose just like that if you go to prison. You can lose family members while you're in prison. Well, fuck it. Hey, you can even lose your life while you're in prison. You can get turned out in prison. These guys that come home are so humble when they come home. So humble until they get a whiff of reality. And some people doze right into the same bullshit and foolishness and right back up in prison. And it was an elder in there that told you, I better not see you in prison. I better not see you here again. You have your whole life ahead of you. I have 180 years in here. I'm never coming home. I saved your life while you were in here on your first bed. But next time you come back, you're on your own. Because you promised me, and you promised a few brothers in here, that you was going to go out there and save some of these babies. And you didn't. And it's a lot of elders that gave these stories to a lot of you knuckleheads that's out here now, that's not even following the rules and regulations of the elders from prison to save the youth to save the youth that's out here that's doing destruction. Even if you have to put your life on the line. That's what you promised the elders when you're locked up doing time. And they're the ones that saved your life while you was in prison. You promised them that you'll put your life on the line to save these babies that's out here in the streets, killing each other, causing destruction and mayhem. You lied. So next time you come back to prison, and I'm giving this story to the youth, because a lot of youth go in, and you coming in at 18, 19 years old, you might do 10, 20 years, you still got your life ahead of you. Whereas though this elder not coming home, but he giving you game. And you dedicated, you loyal to this elder while you in prison. But you come home and indulge into the foolishness again. They don't tell you them stories, do they? That's why I'm saying these guys with these prison stories are not giving you the full detail of their experience, right? And the promises that they keep with these elders that got life in jail, that runs the jail. They run the prison system, but they're not coming home a day in their life. They run the systems. All the prison systems, they run them. And you making promises to them that you're going to save these babies and the youth out here. And you get out this bitch and don't even send them nothing. Because everybody probably, oh, ma'am, I got you. I got you. I know how it is, man. I just did 7, 10 years. I got you, brother. I got you. You might do it for a minute, a week or two, a month or two. Then after that, it start falling back. Let her start falling back. You start saying, oh, man, fuck that nigga. He'll never see me again. Fuck that motherfucker, man. Nah, man, who the fuck you think he is? They don't give y'all this side of the story. But my elder was giving me game. He giving me the whole both sides of the story, of the fence. He ain't holding back no punches. That's why I don't understand these guys. They come home from prison doing all this time. You can see how they living now, what type of lifestyle they was in jail about, right? Come home and engaging in the same foolishness. That means you was in prison not learning the goddamn thing. You was just there. You was taking up space. You was on a plantation. Taking up space. Wasting shackles. Wasting tax dollars money. And then some guys come home and change their whole lifestyle because they learned a lesson in prison on the plantation. It took them to go to the plantation to learn a lesson, and then it changed their life for the rest of their life. So I just wanted to come up here and talk to the youth, the young kings that's out here engaging into foolishness. Just remember, prison is not the spot. It's dirty. You can get lice, you can get crabs. Smell shit and piss all day. That's not the spot. Fuck that. Whoever's in prison, they made a fucked up decision at that point, but they're also an asshole. If ain't nobody tell you. Because the person that's in prison doing life, an elder told me this. That he said, I'm an asshole for being in here. This is not the spot. If I can do it all over again, he said he would have went through college and school and everything. And he said, come up here and share this message on your channel. Hopefully someone here and can share the video to the youth that's out here that's into that lifestyle, to let them know prison is not the spot. Because everybody got family members and shit. That you might run into somebody's family member when you get upstate. So it's not the spot. Trust me. Just wanted to come up here and give y'all that message today, especially to the young kings out here, the youth that's growing up. Fly straight. Fly straight. The world we live in now, everything is being recorded. As I'm sitting here now shooting this video, I'm being recorded. It just goes to show you how Big Brother is in the sky. By me even recording on this phone. The data is going back somewhere where they always want your phone records and they can show what the fuck you've been doing on your phone. See? So yes, Big Brother is around. He's in the sky. He's on our phone. We're all chipped up, y'all. When you said you wasn't getting the chip, and that's another topic for another time, but I'm going to end this story with we're all chipped up without even getting the chip in our hand. Every last one of us is chipped up. If you got a debit card or a credit card, look at it. It got a chip on it. Your phone got a chip in it. Your car key, the new car keys got chips in them. So we are chipped up. For those who said, man, I ain't getting chipped up. That's the mark of the beast. Well, guess what? God damn it. You're a beast because you're chipped up. And with that being said, put the Most High first. I love you all. Stand on your square, ladies and gentlemen. And the youth, prison is not the spot. It's not the spot. It's filthy. It's dirty. You can catch the crabs, the mange, lice. Peace.